Hello friends, welcome to the bridge connecting aspirants. In this video, I am going to reveal the 20 most important and crucial topics to crack prelims. I have put my 5 years of experience and careful analysis of UPSC previous year question papers in shortlisting these 20 topics. I'm going to call this series as Target 20, in short T20. So let us enter into it. So first, what is Target 20 or T20? Simply, it is a list of 20 important topics to target 20 questions in the actual prelims examination. So thereby, we wanted to secure at least 20 into 40 marks in the actual examination. So please remember, prelims is all about a qualifying, that is to enter into the mains. So whoever gets the line, cutoff line, they'll be recommended to the mains examination. So this is our primary target here. So alright, without any late, let us enter into those 20 topics and let us see what are they. First and foremost, bioreserves of India. So in this, we will be looking at what is a bioreserve and how many bioreserves are there. There are 18 bioreserves in India, and out of which 11 of them are in Man and Bioreserve Program of UNESCO. We'll see all of them along with what is particular key fauna and flora of a particular bioreserve, and if there is any tribal population in this bioreserve, we will be looking at them. Clear? So I'll be making a separate video on bioreserves. Next, second thing is the wetlands of India. So here we'll understand what is a wetland, what is the international definition of a wetland, and what is the convention with respect to wetlands, Ramsar Convention, and what is Montrex record, and how many of the wetlands are in Ramsar Convention, and some of the important wetlands of India will be discussing in this chapter. Clear? Next, third, national parks of India. So here, along with the national parks, we'll be looking at wildlife sanctuaries. Wildlife sanctuaries. So here, we'll be understanding what is a national park and wildlife sanctuary, and some of the important national parks and their features and key flora and fauna. We'll understand from this video. Clear? Next important topic is IUCN conservation status of species. See, IUCN in its red book, so it has the conservation status from vulnerable to critically endangered and extinct. So in 7 categories it has been classified. So some of the key species will understand their importance and their conservation status in this particular chapter. Clear? So this is highly important. Prelims questions have been coming from this section, and in India, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change also releases a separate red book. So we'll be looking at those species and their conservation status. Clear? Next, we will be looking at the environmental treaties and conventions for the protection of environment. This is once again very important thing. So we'll be looking at Paris Agreement, Rio Earth Summit, Stockholm Convention, Rotterdam Convention, etc., and their mandate, what they are focusing on. All of them will be discussed in this particular video. Clear? Now this is first set of topics that we are going to discuss. If you carefully observe all these things, they are all related to environment and ecology. So as I said in one of my videos on environment and ecology preparation strategy, since UPSC conducts prelims exam for both civil services and forest services, so environment and ecology, no, it assumes most importance in prelims because it is a common exam for even forest services persons, and in forest service all of them have lot of importance. Clear? As a result, we have to put more emphasis on all these 5 topics. Clear? Let us move to next topics. Next thing in this series we are going to look at is the military, navy and air force exercises of India. The Indian Air Force, military and navy, they will be conducting lot of military exercises, navy exercises and air force exercises with other nations of the world. For example, with the USA, with France, with Russia, with Italy, with China, etc. We have many military exercises, annual exercises, navy exercises, etc. So they are also important for prelims. So we'll be covering all of them, the name of the exercise and with what country we are doing that exercise. Clear? Next, the international organizations and free trade agreements. This is also highly important. See, international relations and some of the international fora organizations and their mandate, India's interest in them will be covered here. So we'll be looking at some of the important international organizations such as United Nations Organization and its organs, WHO, UNICEF, ADB, Asian Developmental Bank, NDB, New Developmental Bank, AIIB, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, etc. And their mandate, everything will be covered here. Clear? This is also highly important for prelims. Next, the report and indices of national and international importance. Please remember this, highly important once again. Every year you can guarantee at least 1 to 2 questions here. One is on international, another one is on national. Because since the Niti Aayog has come up with competitive and cooperative federalism, it has been releasing many indices and reports to encourage states to improve in the development. So those reports and indices, similarly in the international arena, the reports released by many NGOs and many international organizations will be looking at them. Clear? This is further very important one. Next, the world political map. But however, we will not be covering entire region. We will be focusing mostly on West Asia or Middle East, the Arabian countries, because they often in news because of the instability and the events that they go on here. So as a result, they assume lot of importance in the current affairs. Further, the some of the important cities of Europe, particularly lot of international organizations, they have their headquarters in these cities. So we'll be looking at those important cities: Moscow, Rotterdam, Oslo, Geneva, etc. Because they'll be asked in the prelims, like arrange these cities from north to south or east to west, etc. So for that they become very important. Clear? So this is our second set of topics which we are going to cover under T20. So if you observe carefully, all of them are related to international relations and world. So whatever the events that are related to the world and international arena. Clear? This is our second set. So far we have covered 9 topics. Please remember, the first 5 set is on environment and ecology. Second set is on international and world related events. Now moving on to the next set. Next, we will be focusing on India. So first and foremost, we'll be looking at India's political map, the 28 states along with 8 union territories and some of the important cities in India. Please do update. Now we do not have 29. Jammu Kashmir got divided into 2 more union territories, but we do not have 9 union territories, as Dadra, Nagar and Haveli, they got merged to form one union territory. So update is 28 states and 8 union territories, and special emphasis will be given to these northeastern states because of the borders. Clear? And the states with the neighboring nations will also be paid great emphasis here. Clear? Now moving on to the next. Next is with respect to India's map, but the physical features of India's map. The mountain ranges and plateaus, different types of terrains of India, islands, etc. will be covered here in a systematic manner. I will be providing certain logic to remember them. Mnemonics will be provided. So please follow this lecture thoroughly, right? Next, moving on. Next important thing is rivers and tributaries of India. It is very important. Every year you can expect one question from this section. Last time there was a question on Brahmaputra and its rivers, and here also we'll pay more emphasis on the southern rivers, peninsular rivers: Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, Tungabhadra, etc. and their tributaries. And again here I'll be giving you tricks and tips to remember these rivers and their tributaries. Clear? Next, The constitutional bodies of India. So in our constitution, there are certain bodies which have been mentioned in the constitution and their mandate and what is their composition and what is their role and functions etc. are important. For example, Election Commission of India, UPSC, SPSC, then CAG, Attorney General of India, etc. They are highly important and they become no, they're almost guaranteed every year one question from this section. So this is next topic. After that, you can guess constitutional bodies are over. The immediate followed one will be non-constitutional bodies of India. So these are extra constitutional or statutory bodies like CBI. CBI is neither a statutory nor a constitutional body. Then CIC, that is Information Commission, CVC, Vigilance Commission, and then SHRC, NHRC, Human Rights Commission, etc. National Women Commission, etc. will be covered here. And the mode of appointment, who appoints them, what is the committee that recommends them, etc. will be covered here. So this is another important video lecture, right? Next topic will be the national and state symbols. India has certain national symbols and each and every state of India has their state symbols and then certain emblems and etc. And their importance will be discussed here. Suppose if there is a state bird or state animal, what is its conservation status and what is the importance of it, what is its ecological niche, etc. will be covered here. So further, this is another important. So this is the third set. Once again, if you observe, all of them are related to India. So different aspects of India: political, physical, reverse tributaries, constitutional, non-constitutional, national and state symbols will be covered in the third set. Clear? So this is once again highly important topics and we will cover them in systematically and with tricks and no tips. We'll try to remember all of them. Clear? Moving on. Next important topic is UNESCO heritage sites in India. So you already know in some of the current affairs video I have already mentioned, in India there are 38 world heritage sites recognized by UNESCO, which are classified under three sections: natural, cultural and mixed. We'll be looking at them and their importance and their mandate and everything, how they have been included here. So what is the convention related to UNESCO, etc. will be discussed here. Clear? Next topic is the travelers and books. Say in the medieval period and in the ancient period of history, so many travelers have visited the subcontinent. Arab travelers, Chinese travelers, Greek travelers, for example, Megasthenes, Marco Polo, or Ibn Battuta. Have given the Ibn Battuta diagram here. Ibn Battuta, and then Al-Burani. From China, you have Zhuangzang, etc. All of them have visited the subcontinent and they have written valuable information in their books. They have authored so many books. In their books they have given a valuable information. This information and the name of the books and the author is important for UPSC, so we'll be covering all of them in this particular video. Next, UNESCO's intangible cultural list. So in the last current affairs I have mentioned this. In India, 13 such intangible cultural uh, events have been recognized by UNESCO and all of them will discuss. For example, Kothiatam, then Ram Leela, yoga, Sankirtana, Kalbilia dance, etc., Mudiyettu, etc. All of them will discuss their features and from which part of India they are and when they are celebrated. Kumbh Mela is there, what is its, all of them will be discussed in this particular video. Clear? Next topic is GI tags, the important GI tags of India. So this is the logo of GI tags and its tagline is invaluable treasures of incredible India. So selectively whichever gets highlighted in the news and the most recent GI tags, we'll be discussing them and from which part of it they are coming from and what is their speciality, etc. will be discussed in this particular video. Clear? So this is also highly important one. Next, last one is science in daily life. This is again very important thing. I have gone through the trends of UPSC and every year somehow directly or indirectly there is a question related to science in daily life. Here we'll be covering particular vitamins and their deficiency diseases. For example, vitamin A, B, D, E, K and their deficiencies, and hormones. In particularly with respect to hormones, we'll be discussing both plant hormones, that is growth hormones and all, and animal hormones, that is hormones in human being as well. We'll discuss them here and their role. So apart from that, certain chemicals which are useful in the daily life, right? Chemistry in daily life, like the food preservatives, artificial sugars, and some of the sweetening agents, or you can say the flavors, additives, uh, and whichever gets highlighted in the news. Like कुछ साल पहले there was in news related to MSG, monosodium glutamate, with respect to Maggi noodles, etc. Such important things will be discussed in science in daily life, right? So this is the fourth set. Clear? So first set we have seen with respect to what environment and ecology. Second set we have seen with respect to international relations and the world. Third set we have seen with respect to India, right? Different aspects of factual information related to India. And in the fourth set, if you recall, all of them except this science one, all of them are related to either history or art and culture part. Dear, I hope all these 20 topics are clear to you. I'll be making a separate video on each and every one of the 20 topics with lot of information and more accurate information, and I'll do proper research to come up with authentic, that is 100% valuable information and 100% trustworthy information. So these are the 20 most topics which are important for prelims, and even you can analyze the previous year papers. So there is at least one or two questions from each and every section of these 20 topics. So there might be a chance that one year there may be missing of question, but on the other hand, on the other year you can find a question from these topics. So these are the topics, guys. I hope you understood them, and please do comment if you want me to add anything or change anything, or do little bit of amendments to these topics. And further, I'll be coming with videos, the series of videos on these 20 topics. I'll try to keep the videos short and simple, as easy as possible, so that nothing is unambiguous. Clear? So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share it among your fellow aspirants, so that the content goes to maximum number of candidates. Clear? Thank you very much.